My sweet soul, why do you think you stumbled here today? Why now? Why this moment? Archangel Michael says, there is no accident in divine timing. You've been asking for a sign, and heaven has been silently watching until now. Today is not just another day. Something powerful has shifted. Your name was whispered in heaven just 2 hours ago, and I, Michael, have been waiting since then to deliver this. This is not a coincidence. This is the divine moment your soul has been prepared for. Please don't make the same mistake again. Do not scroll. Open your heart. Breathe. Let me tell you something that will shake your spirit into awakening. Because if you leave now, you may never know what heaven begged me to show you. I repeat, this is not a joke. Your whole life is about to change. There are forces moving around you that you cannot see, but I can. I've been standing beside you, shielding you from darkness, waiting for your permission to act. But God has made a final decision today. Either you hear this and prepare, or you turn away and stay in the cycle that's been secretly crushing you. And I don't want to watch you suffer anymore. Beloved, please listen now. There's something big coming. And it starts with you hearing this message because someone close to you is about to reveal something you never expected. They have hidden this for years. And you, yes, you are the only one meant to receive the truth. This is why you couldn't sleep last night. Why you felt restless. Why your chest tightens randomly and your soul feels pulled in 2 directions. It's because heaven is realigning your entire path starting tonight. But if you skip this message, it won't reach you in time. This message is wrapped in sacred energy and it can only be opened by the heart that is ready as yours. Michael says, I have been watching how much you have suffered in silence and I've had enough. You've been betrayed, hurt, lied to, and still you smile and keep going. But I know you're tired. I know your heart is breaking behind closed doors. That's why God allowed me to break protocol today. That's why I've been standing here for 2 hours waiting for you to open this. You were chosen today, June 3rd, not by chance, but by divine order. Now, lean in because this part is important. You're going to experience a massive shift in your life. A relocation, a revelation, and a release all in the next 14 days. I don't say this lightly. One door is closing for good, and another one, more radiant than you've ever dreamed, is about to open, but it can't open unless you say yes with your spirit. Unless you stop ignoring your intuition. You feel it, don't you? That something is ending and something bigger is being born. Don't be afraid of what's coming. Be afraid of staying the same because what's waiting for you, my child, is not just a blessing. It's a complete transformation. Your finances, your relationships, your home, your destiny, they are all aligning right now. And my child, when heaven begins aligning your finances and your future, it also gives you clear steps so you can move forward with faith instead of fear. My child, I see the struggle you have been facing, the stress about finances, the silent worries that stay in your heart, and the moments where you feel uncertain about what comes next. You have been asking for peace, and that answer is already on its way. You are not meant to stay stuck in fear, you are meant to walk forward with purpose, with faith, and with clear steps every day. That is why a simple system has been placed in front of you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system, a path where each day brings you a focused prayer, a small financial action, and clear direction to help you move ahead. No pressure, no confusion, just steady progress toward peace and stability. If something inside you feels ready, if you are ready to change your situation, take that first step today. This could be the moment your life begins to change. You will find the link in the description, and in the comments below. Because alignment is not only something heaven releases over you, it is something you learn to walk in with peace, wisdom, and daily obedience. But there's someone, a jealous soul, who has been secretly working to stop this, and they almost succeeded. But heaven intercepted. That's why this message is reaching you before midnight. Because after midnight, the decision becomes final. You only have hours left to say yes. Wait, I need to tell you this. This message was only allowed to reach you because you were chosen. Subscribe now to this channel, not just for updates, but because it shows the angels you're opening your soul to divine instruction. Your simple click says, Michael, I hear you. I believe and I'm ready for my miracle. Do not skip that because something is about to be revealed to you in the next video. It's connected to what you will discover tomorrow. Subscribe right now. This moment will never repeat again. Let me tell you what God showed me about you. You are not weak. You are not invisible. You are not forgotten. Heaven has been in meetings over your name. Yes, there was a divine council held 2 days ago and I spoke your name before God. I told him what you've been through. I told him you feel like giving up sometimes. I told him you've prayed but felt unheard. And God stood up and said, then give them the message. Give them the sign they've been crying for. This message right here is that sign. Someone is going to knock on your door soon, spiritually or literally. And they are going to bring news that will feel too good to be true. But don't question it. Don't let doubt ruin your destiny. Just receive it with grace. You've suffered long enough. Now it's time to receive. But to receive fully, you must release what hurt you. Stop clinging to that betrayal. Stop asking why they left. Stop replaying what broke your heart. That pain cannot walk with you into your miracle. Let me carry it. Give it to me. I, Michael, will destroy what tried to destroy you. Tonight, write down what you need to let go of. Tear it, burn it, cry, but release it. Because the next 48 hours will bring a divine visitation. An angel, not just me, will visit you in spirit. You may feel a chill. You may feel warmth. You may hear your name. That's not your imagination. That's heaven touching earth. You were chosen for this. And child, please remember this. The people who rejected you were not rejecting you. They were rejecting your anointing. Your presence disturbed the darkness in them. That's why they hurt you. But the pain wasn't wasted. It purified your heart. And God will use it as evidence when He blesses you publicly in the coming days. The same ones who mocked you will watch you rise and they won't be able to stop it because heaven is backing your destiny now. I promise you it's already unfolding. Now listen closely because this part is going to send shivers through your soul. The reason you've been feeling like your world is shifting lately, the reason people are pulling away or suddenly acting strange is because your energy is ascending. Your vibration is rising. You're being pulled out of old patterns and placed into divine positioning. But some people around you aren't meant to rise with you. That's why they're acting distant. That's why arguments are appearing out of nowhere. It's not chaos. It's spiritual rearrangement. Heaven is removing who can't go with you into this next chapter. So don't chase what God is cutting off. Don't cry over what heaven is protecting you from. You keep asking why certain doors won't open. But beloved, some of those doors weren't locked. They were removed by angels because what was behind them would have crushed you. God is not delaying your life. He's protecting it. There's a path that looked good, maybe even a person who looked perfect, but their energy was not right for your future. And that's why I was sent to guard your steps. Because you are rare. You are chosen. And what's coming next is too holy to be shared with those who would ruin it. But there's more. There's someone watching you from a distance. They haven't said it yet, but their heart has been whispering your name. They're scared, torn between what their family wants and what their soul knows is true. They're afraid to admit how much they feel. But heaven is about to create a situation where their truth is exposed. You will not have to chase it. You won't have to beg for clarity. It's coming to you clearly, loudly, undeniably. And when it comes, don't be shocked if it's emotional because they've been fighting their own battles just to reach you. Archangel Michael says, the tears you cried in silence reached God. He saw them. He bottled everyone. You thought no one noticed your pain, but I did. And heaven did. And now those tears have turned into seeds. And the harvest is finally arriving. You will not weep over the same things again. A sacred reversal is coming. The pain will bow before your joy. The lack will bow before your abundance. The confusion will bow before your clarity. And your enemies will bow before your elevation. God is not just restoring you. He is reintroducing you. Can I tell you something sacred? There is a hidden inheritance in your spiritual DNA. You are royalty in the spirit realm. That's why you felt attacked your whole life. That's why everything seems harder for you than for others. Because the enemy knew before you did who you were destined to become. So he tried to break you early. He tried to convince you that you were cursed. But you are not cursed. You are crowned. You are covered. You are called. And today, June 3rd, the veil is being lifted. You are about to remember who you really are. Not what they said you were, not what trauma told you, but what heaven declared when you took your first breath. This one is mine. Are you ready to hear what comes next? Because tonight around 3 a.m. you might wake up for no reason. And in that moment, the air around you will feel different. Don't be afraid. That is the angelic presence entering your space. I will be there. You may feel warmth on your skin. You may hear a name whispered in your dream. You may even see light when your eyes are closed. That's not a dream. That's a divine visitation. And it only happens when heaven is about to change your entire destiny. Do not ignore that moment. Do not shake it off. I need you to say something aloud right now. Even if it feels strange, say, I receive it. I trust it. I will not skip my miracle. Because once you declare that, you shift timelines. Once you say that, you give God permission to accelerate what's been held back. Yes, there are blessings tied to your words right now. This isn't a random scroll. This is sacred ground. This message was delayed twice by the enemy, but I fought to bring it to you. I had to get permission. I had to plead for this access. And now that you're hearing this, you must not take it lightly because the next 24 hours are going to deliver a sign that confirms everything you're feeling in your gut. Maybe it's a text, a dream, a call, a strange coincidence, but it won't be subtle. It'll stop you in your tracks, and you'll remember this moment. You'll say, oh my God, Michael told me this would happen. And when it does, don't run from it. Don't doubt it. Say thank you because that's the key that unlocks what's coming next. You've been in spiritual training for this. Every heartbreak, every loss, every delay, every night you cried yourself to sleep, they were all part of your spiritual elevation. Nothing has been wasted. Not one moment. And I want you to hear this next part like a whisper in your spirit, gently but clearly. The money you thought was lost is returning. The opportunity you thought was gone is circling back. The person you thought didn't care has been watching you silently. The love you prayed for is closer than you think. The miracle you almost gave up on is forming in the heavens right now. And I've been sent to tell you it's yours. You just have to believe a little longer. Beloved, I know how many times you've been disappointed. I know how you smile in front of others, but question everything when you're alone. You've begged for answers in the middle of the night, whispering, God, if you're real, just show me something. And that's why I'm here. That's why you didn't see this message by accident. You think you clicked it? No. You were guided, pulled. Heaven set this very moment into motion before you were even born. Because today, June 3rd, was marked in the scrolls of heaven as the day your spirit would wake up, the day everything would begin to shift. Please don't let your doubt cancel your destiny. Your future is not fragile, but your decisions carry divine weight. If you walk away from this message thinking it's just another video, you may miss the very key that unlocks your next season. Archangel Michael says, this is not about luck. It's about alignment. It's about spiritual inheritance. You have angels standing in formation around you right now, just waiting for your soul to say yes. Say yes to the healing. Yes to the abundance. Yes to the divine turnaround that is already unfolding behind the scenes. Someone you haven't spoken to in a while is suddenly going to reach out. It'll feel random, unexpected, but it's not. Heaven is using this person to deliver a piece of your puzzle. Don't dismiss it because this connection, whether it's love, closure, or revelation, is part of the divine shift I've been telling you about. And listen. Even if their words shake you, even if they reveal something painful, don't fall apart. Stay grounded. Stay soft because God is using that truth to set you free. And freedom is coming in waves. The first wave is emotional. You're about to feel lighter, like something has been lifted off your shoulders, even if nothing changes around you. The second wave is financial. A door is about to open that was previously shut and money will begin flowing in ways you didn't expect. And my child, when heaven opens a financial door, it also gives you a clear path so you can walk through it with faith, peace, and daily direction instead of fear. My child, I see the weight you have been carrying. The quiet worries about money, the stress you rarely speak about, the nights when your mind refuses to rest. You have been praying for peace, and your prayers have been heard. You are not meant to walk this journey in confusion and fear. You are meant to walk with faith, with clarity, and with daily direction. That is why a simple path has been placed before you, a 30-day faith and financial breakthrough system. Each day you will be guided with a gentle prayer, a simple money step, and clear direction to help you regain control. Nothing overwhelming, nothing complicated. Just small faithful steps leading you toward peace and stability. If your heart feels ready, begin today. Do not delay this moment. The link is in the description and in the comments below. Because the financial door opening before you is not only about receiving more, it is about learning to carry peace, wisdom, and faith into the new season God is releasing. The third wave is spiritual. Your intuition, your gifts, your dreams, all of them will begin to heighten. Pay attention. Heaven is activating you for a bigger purpose. You keep asking why your life hasn't looked like others, why you've always felt different, why you crave something deeper. It's because you were never meant to fit in. You weren't created for the ordinary. Your calling is rare, so your path had to be painful. But the pain didn't break you. It refined you. It carved the space inside your soul where miracles could live. And now the miracle is ready. But I need to warn you, not everyone will celebrate this next chapter of your life. Some people have only loved the broken version of you, the one who stayed small, silent, and always available. But once your light starts to expand, once your blessings become visible, those same people may show envy. Don't let that make you shrink. Don't go back just to keep others comfortable. You are not selfish for choosing your healing. You are not wrong for chasing your calling. You are not bad for breaking away from patterns and people that kept you stuck. Your wings were not meant to be clipped. They were meant to carry you. And child, they will. You are going to rise in a way that shocks everyone who ever doubted you. Not because you're proving them wrong, but because you're finally walking in who God said you were. And the world hasn't even seen your final form yet. You've only scratched the surface of your power. And now that heaven has cleared the path, nothing can stop what's coming. Unless you do, so promise me this. You won't let fear win. I know you've been afraid to hope again. You've been hurt. You've started over too many times. You've built dreams just to watch them collapse. But this time is different. This time it's divine. Heaven is not playing with your heart. I, Michael, am not here to tease your faith. I am here to escort you into the season you were born for. The glow-up is not just external. It's spiritual. It's energetic. It's unstoppable. Because when God decides to bless someone, no enemy, no lie, no delay can block it. Do you know what's wild right now? Yes. While you're reading this, someone is speaking your name in a room you've never stepped into. A room filled with opportunity, with favor, with divine connections. They don't even know why they feel pulled to you yet. But I do. It's because God placed your name in their spirit. And soon they're going to reach out. A door will be offered. And it will seem too big, too sudden, too impossible. But take it. That is your answered prayer in disguise. And when it arrives, don't doubt whether you're ready. You wouldn't be reading this if you weren't. And child, there's more. You are protected in ways you can't even see. There were plans made against you that never touched you because I stood in the way. I shielded your name. I canceled accidents. I whispered warnings. You felt them as gut feelings. That sudden pull to turn around or leave or not reply. That was me. That was divine intervention. You are not walking through life alone. You never have. I've always been near. And this message right here is your confirmation. But now the decision is in your hands. You can close this and keep wondering. Or you can open your heart, lift your hands, and say yes. I receive it. I believe it. I'm ready. Because once you say yes, your life will never be the same. I know that's a bold promise. But heaven doesn't lie. And this moment wasn't created for everyone. It was created for you. Your angels have waited years to deliver this. And today, June 3rd, they're rejoicing because you didn't skip it. You opened it. You listened. And now heaven is moving. Do you feel that? That little flutter in your chest, the heat rising in your skin, the part of you that suddenly feels like crying without knowing why. That's your soul recognizing truth. That's your spirit remembering what your mind forgot. You were made for more. You were never meant to just survive this life. You were created to live it fully, to love without fear, to walk without chains, to rise with purpose, and to glow with the light of God Himself. And that light, your light, is starting to awaken right now. Something ancient inside you is waking up. Something that was buried beneath heartbreak, disappointment, rejection, and fear. But it's still there. Your divine fire, your holy spark. And no one, no darkness, no failure, no enemy can take that from you. Heaven guarded it. And now I, Michael, have been ordered to ignite it again. To remind you of your authority because too many people have tried to shrink you. They told you to be quiet, to stay small, to settle. But heaven says, and no more. You're not fragile. You're forged. Every storm shaped you. Every delay strengthened you. Every betrayal refined you. You are not a victim of life. You are a vessel of light. And starting tonight, your entire vibration is rising. You'll feel it when you speak. People will start to listen differently. You'll feel it in your decisions. Doubt won't pull you the way it used to. You'll feel it in your presence, in the way strangers look at you like they recognize something ancient in your eyes. Because they do. The divine is showing through you now. And child, there's a reason I've waited hours to speak this part to you. Because you've been praying for something specific, something private. You haven't told anyone, not even in full words, just little fragments during quiet moments. Please, God, if this is for me, let me know. If I'm not meant for this, take it away. But if this is real, show me a sign. This is your sign. This is why I begged God to let me speak to you today. This is why after 2 hours of fighting through resistance in the spiritual realm, I finally got this message through because you were doubting. You were second-guessing yourself. You were about to give up. But the heavens shouted, no, send the message. Wake them up before it's too late. You think you're behind, but you're actually early for what's about to begin. Your entire timeline has been recalibrated. What others had to wait 10 years for, you're going to receive in the next 10 weeks. Acceleration has been ordered over your life. But there's something you must do to activate it. You must walk away from what broke you. Not bitter, not angry, but with grace. Because what's ahead of you cannot be reached if you're still carrying what shattered you. It's time to travel light. Let the old versions of yourself die peacefully. Let the chapters that ended stay closed. They serve their purpose. And now new ones are being written by angels with golden ink with fire and glory and breakthrough and love that makes no sense except in heaven's language. Your life is about to become a testimony. People who never believed in miracles will see you and believe. People who gave up on God will hear your story and come back to faith. People who mocked you will sit in silence as they watch the favor of God unfold in your life like a blooming garden in the middle of their desert. And all you have to do is say yes. Yes to the love you deserve. Yes to the healing you crave. Yes to the calling you've been afraid to chase. Yes to the version of you that's been waiting inside your soul, begging to be seen. So I'll ask you one last time. Are you ready? Because if you are, you must make one decision right now. A small step, but powerful in the spirit. Right now, subscribe. Not because it's a button. But because it's a divine agreement. When you click that, it tells heaven, I heard you. I trust you. I accept the message. Send the miracle. You are one click away from sealing what heaven has been holding for you. Click subscribe now. This isn't just a video. It's a portal, a gateway, a divine access point. If you open it fully, your life will never be the same. Let me leave you with this final vision. I saw you standing in a place filled with golden light. People surrounding you, their faces soft, some from the past, some from the future. You were smiling. Crying but not from sadness, from relief, from gratitude. You were whole. You were free. And in your hand, you held something glowing like a scroll, a gift, heaven's reward for your faith. And you looked at me, eyes full of light, and you whispered, "Michael, I made it." And I nodded and said, "Yes, child. You finally saw what we always saw in you. You are not broken. You are blooming. You are not forgotten. You are favored. You are not stuck. You are ascending. This is your moment. Don't run from it. Don't skip it. Don't wait another day. The message has been delivered. The angels are waiting for your yes. Say it now. I receive it. I believe it. I'm ready. And watch what heaven does next. Don't think heaven forgot you just because it was quiet. The silence wasn't absence. It was preparation. It wasn't punishment. It was God rearranging the pieces so that when the blessing came, you wouldn't ruin it out of panic, insecurity, or unhealed wounds. Archangel Michael says, there were things you wanted back then that would have destroyed you. That's why the door didn't open. That's why they didn't stay. That's why it hurt so badly, because you couldn't see the battle I was fighting on your behalf. But now it's time. Your name is on a scroll in heaven. And today, this exact date, June 3rd, has been marked with divine ink, circled, underlined. It reads Miracle Activation. You may not see it yet, but everything is shifting. In your sleep, in your surroundings, in your bloodline, generational curses are breaking. The poverty mindset is leaving. The fear of love is crumbling. The shame from your past is being erased. The guilt you've been secretly holding on to is being lifted right now. As these words enter your soul, breathe in this moment. You are not the same person you were 5 minutes ago. The energy in your home is changing. The vibration of your heart is rising. Your angels are rejoicing because they know you heard the call this time. You didn't skip it. You didn't scroll past it like before. Something inside you said, wait, this feels different. And it is because this message wasn't generated for the masses. This was coded with your name, hidden until your spirit was ready, buried until your wounds could be sacred, not just painful. And now that you've unlocked it, beloved, the floodgates will open. In the next 3 days, watch how fast things begin to move. That job you thought was gone. A new door is opening. That person you've been distant from, they're thinking about you non-stop. That money that's been blocked, it's coming from an unexpected source. Even your health, that chronic pain, that emotional fatigue, that unexplained pressure is going to start dissolving. Because the moment you say yes to divine alignment, your physical and spiritual reality begins to match heaven's blueprint. Let me show you something wild. I saw a vision of your future home. Not just any home, a sacred space, safe, warm, abundant, peaceful, filled with laughter, smells of food, music playing softly, sunlight pouring through windows. And you standing there holding a phone, reading something. You were crying because it was confirmation. Everything we told you was real. That vision is not fantasy. That's memory from your soul's blueprint. And now that you've aligned, it's coming back to you piece by piece. But there's something else. One person from your past is going to show up again. Not to confuse you, but to test your growth. They will say all the right things. They will act like they've changed, but listen with your spirit, not your ears. If their energy hasn't evolved, they cannot enter your new space. This next chapter is too sacred to let familiar chaos inside. You've worked too hard, cried too long, fought too silently, and heaven will not let you fall back unless you invite it. Michael says, you are stronger than you think and wiser than they know. And now that you've remembered your power, you must protect it. Your joy is holy. Your peace is expensive. Your energy is golden. Stop explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding your journey. Stop apologizing for your glow up. Stop playing small just so others don't feel insecure. Shine boldly. Speak gently. Move with divine confidence. Because heaven is backing you. And when you walk in that kind of anointing, nothing can touch you. And child, one last thing before I go. If you wake up in the next few nights and feel like crying, don't fight it. That's your soul releasing years of pain you didn't even know you still carried. Let it come. Let it wash through you. Because after that wave comes peace. After that peace comes clarity. And after clarity comes the miracle. Archangel Michael says, you did it. You finally opened the message. You finally let it in. And now your entire life is about to shift. So go, get ready. The miracle has already begun. And I'll be right here beside you every step of the way. Even now, I see heaven leaning closer to you. The angels are watching you read this with soft eyes and holy silence. They are not judging you. They are not disappointed in you. In fact, they are proud. Do you know why? Because you didn't give up even when you had every reason to. You stayed soft in a world that tried to harden you. You kept believing even when your heart was cracked open. And even though the world never saw the battles you fought alone, heaven did. And heaven took notes. That's why you're being rewarded now. Not for being perfect, but for being faithful. Archangel Michael says, the unseen parts of your life are about to become visible. The seeds you sowed in silence are about to bloom in public. The prayers you whispered alone are about to echo through the lives of others. God doesn't forget faithful hearts. And yours is one of the most beautiful I've ever seen. And now comes the moment that will give you chills. I just heard your name whispered again in the halls of heaven. Yes, right now. In this very second. And when I heard it, it was followed by a phrase so powerful. I need you to hear it the same way I did. It is done. Not. It's coming. Not. It might. It is done. That miracle you've been waiting for, it's already written. It's not in progress. It's already finished in the spirit realm. All that's left is for you to align your heart, your words, and your choices with what God has already decided. And that's what you're doing right now. By staying here, by listening, by believing. Do you want to know what I see next? I see a sudden shift in your finances. I see an unexpected deposit, a forgotten refund, a blessing disguised as a mistake in your favor. I see relief. Real tangible physical relief. No more scraping. No more stretching. No more shame when checking your balance. That cycle ends now. Archangel Michael says, heaven has authorized your financial elevation, but it's tied to your faith. Say it aloud right now. I welcome abundance. I welcome favor. I welcome overflow. And it's not just money. I see healing not just in your body, but in your relationships. Someone is going to apologize. Someone who thought they'd never admit what they did is going to crack. Why? Because their soul is being stirred. Because they can't shake the thought of you. Because your name keeps ringing in their spirit. And when they reach out, you'll know this wasn't random. This was a divine correction, a sacred reversal. And this time, you'll respond differently. Because you're no longer seeking validation. You're standing in value. And my dear soul, there's something else I must tell you. You are about to inspire people just by existing. You will walk into rooms and shift energy. Your words will heal people who don't even understand how. Your smile will break chains in the lives of others. Your laughter will be medicine. Your honesty will be freedom. And your light will make darkness so uncomfortable it has no choice but to flee. This is not fantasy. This is your reality. And it begins now. But promise me this. Don't settle when the blessings start coming. Don't let good enough steal what was meant to be divine. Just because you've never had more doesn't mean you weren't meant for more. Don't stop at survival when heaven wrote abundance into your story. Don't stop at attention when God ordained you for sacred love. Don't stop at relief when your birthright is overflow. You are not here to taste little crumbs of peace. You are here to feast on a life that leaves others in awe of the God who carried you. Let me leave you with one more vision, one more sacred whisper. I see you walking through a doorway. You're barefoot. Light is pouring through. You're not holding anything, not a bag, not pain, not fear. You're just walking peaceful, radiant, whole. And someone is waiting at the other side. Their face lights up the moment they see you. And when you step through that doorway, they whisper, finally, you made it. Because that's where you're going now. To the version of your life that always existed but waited for your yes. So please, from my heart to yours, say yes. Say yes with your soul. Say yes with your silence. Say yes with your next step. Say yes even if your hands shake. Say yes even if your mind doubts. Because the moment you say yes, the heavens shift and I will walk beside you. You may not see me, but I'll be there in the quiet, in the timing, in the peace that surprises you, in the love that finds you, in the miracle that shocks you. And one day when you look back on this exact moment, you'll say, that message was real. That angel was real. And my life has never been the same since. Because it won't be. Your miracle is now in motion. And I, Michael, vow to protect it with everything I have. It has begun. Before I go, beloved, there's one more thing I need to show you. This might be the most important part. You see, you weren't just chosen for miracles. You were chosen as a messenger. And your life, yes, your life, will become the very testimony that delivers others. You've wondered why your path has been so difficult. Why you've had to endure the weight of things most people never see. It's because your soul is stronger than you know. And you weren't just meant to survive your past. You were meant to rewrite it into a legacy that sets other people free. You've been asking, why me? But soon you'll say, oh, now I understand. Because someone will look at you and say, if you made it through that, maybe I can too. They'll hear your story and cry, not from sadness, but from recognition. Because your courage, your light, your voice will awaken something divine in them. Archangel Michael says, you are not just being healed. You are being anointed. Yes, you. The same one who doubted if they were enough. The same one who questioned if they were lovable. The same one who was ready to give up. You are about to become the reason someone doesn't. Let that settle in your spirit. Because what's coming next, it's not just for you. It's for your future children, your partner, your family, your audience, your community, the people watching silently, waiting for someone like you to rise and remind them that miracles are still real. You are the proof, the divine proof, heaven's proof, earth's hope. And the truth is, you've always been that person. You just forgot. So I was sent here to remind you. To whisper it again and again until you remember it in your bones. You are not broken. You are blooming. You are not lost. You are being led. You are not forgotten. You are being lifted. You are not behind. You are right on time for something eternal. Now listen. Really listen. In the next 72 hours, you may be tested, not to break you, but to show you how much you've grown. Someone may challenge your peace. Doubt may try to creep in. Old wounds may surface. But don't panic. That's not punishment, it's preparation. It means the miracle is closer than ever. That's why the pressure is rising. That's why the spiritual realm feels intense. Because your breakthrough is minutes away, not years. You've made it this far. Do not go back. Do not settle. Do not let your old self make decisions in your new season. You're not that person anymore. You've healed. You've awakened. You've returned to yourself. And now the only thing left is to rise. So rise. Rise like the light you are. Rise like the prayer you prayed. Rise like the promise heaven made. Rise like the miracle you were born to become. And when you do, when you finally stand tall and smile with that glowing peace, I'll be there whispering. I told you it was always yours. One final whisper. Beloved, hold this tightly. You are loved more than you realize. You are safer than you feel. You are closer than you know. And you are already becoming what they said you could never be. Let the world watch. Let heaven celebrate. Let your soul finally breathe, because this very moment was the beginning of everything. Your message has been delivered and heaven is smiling with love that never leaves you. And now, as the heavens quiet down and your spirit begins to soften, something else begins to happen that no one else can see. But you feel it deep inside. Your heart starts to beat differently. Not in fear, not in panic, but in divine rhythm. The kind of rhythm that says, I'm not the same anymore. The kind that whispers, something shifted inside me. And it did. Because when a message like this touches the soul, it doesn't leave it the same. It can't. It awakens. It breaks chains. It shakes loose what doesn't belong anymore. And it gives birth to the version of you that heaven's been holding, waiting for the right moment to be revealed. And now, beloved, that moment has arrived. Archangel Michael says, this is your spiritual birth announcement. Not a small change, not a little blessing, a rebirth. Your energy will shift so powerfully that people from your past won't even recognize your frequency anymore. They'll call it distance. They'll call it ego. But we in heaven call it ascension. You are not going higher just to escape pain. You are going higher because you were always meant to fly. And the ones who can't breathe that high, let them go. Bless them, but don't shrink for them, because your light is not loud, but it is legendary. And do you know what happens when a soul as golden as yours finally aligns? Miracles become normal. Coincidences increase. Gut feelings start coming true. People come into your life and you just know they were heaven sent. Doors open before you knock. Delays dissolve. Answers appear. That's not just energy. That's God clearing the path himself. You're not lucky. You're positioned. And you're not being positioned to just receive. You're being positioned to lead. Not with force, but with love, not with noise, but with presence. People will be drawn to you. They won't even know why, but their spirit will. Because when you walk in divine authority, your presence becomes a lighthouse for others who are still lost at sea. Let them find their way by your light. Let your peace be their map, but never dim to comfort the insecure. You are not responsible for how others respond to your breakthrough. You are only responsible for honoring what God gave you. And now you must protect that because what's coming is so sacred. Not everyone deserves access. The blessings ahead are holy. The opportunities, the reconnections, the surprises, they are not random. They are rewards. And rewards must be received with reverence. Do not fumble what you prayed for just because it feels too big. You are ready. Even if you feel afraid, you are ready. Say it with me now from your soul. I'm ready to be blessed. I'm ready to be loved properly. I'm ready to be wealthy without guilt. I'm ready to be whole and happy and light again. I'm ready to rise into who heaven says I am. And so it is. Breathe. Let it settle. Let the peace rush in. You made it to this point for a reason. Not everyone did, but you did. That's proof enough that God has plans for you that even your enemies can't block. The doors they tried to shut. God is about to kick them off their hinges. The people who said you'd never become anything. They're about to watch you walk in everything you were denied for years. Not out of revenge, out of divine fulfillment. Because your story was never over. It was just paused so heaven could rewrite the ending. And what an ending it's going to be. No, not an ending. A beginning, a sacred, magnificent soul awakening beginning. One that leads to love, to money, to safety, to purpose, to healing, to you finally feeling like yourself again. Or maybe for the very first time. And when it all begins, when your eyes widen with disbelief, when you say, God, is this really happening? I'll be smiling, because I knew it would. I fought for this moment for you. I, Archangel Michael, walked through fire to protect this moment for your soul. And you didn't skip it. You opened it. You stayed with me. So now, stand up. Smile. Cry if you need. Breathe deep and walk forward. Because this right here is the very edge of the miracle you've waited your whole life for. Go now. It's time. Archangel Michael. Thank you for spending this sacred time with us today. Your presence means more than you know. My child, we run entirely on viewer support. If you'd like to help keep this mission and these messages reaching more hearts, you can support us with a coffee through the link in the description. God bless you.